everyone, hope you're doing well. We have got our biggest ever Patreon offer yet, Gonzo.
Absolutely. Would you like an additional 30 videos this month for free? Well,
it's not
you're
free.
in the...
Hang on. You've clickbait that. It is not free. It's not free.
I think you'll find it is free. We're giving it to them for free, and otherwise they're going to get their money back if they don't like it. So that's free, right? If you get your money back... No,
yeah,
it's not free.
If they don't ask for the money back, it's not free. But basically, let me tell you what the offer is. Gonzo's massively clickbaiting this video to get you in, right? But the offer is you join up to our supporters tier. It'll cost you £3.60 for this month, all in £3.60. All it'll cost you. You sign up to the supporters tier, and then you get all the month's worth in August for £3.60. And if come the end of August, you don't like it, you don't think it's good value, we'll give you your £3.60 back. It's simple as that. We want you over on Patreon to give it a try. And if you don't like it, we're going to refund you. It's no questions asked. Well, we will. We'll say, why didn't you like it? Can you give us a bit of feedback so we can improve? But we'll still give you your refund regardless of whether you give us feedback or not. So it's not quite free, Gonzo.
I think it's free. It's free. I'm telling you. It's free. That's an unhappy emoji, not a moustache emoji, by the way. Look, I'll tell you now, Gio. Look, if I go to a bakery and they say, try this donut, and if you don't like it, we'll give you your money back, and I eat the donut, and I say I don't like it, and I have my money back, I've had that donut for free.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. Our hope is that you'll sign up, pay your $3.60, enjoy the month of content, and actually enjoy it, and therefore not ask for your money back. But not only that, our hope is you'll stick around in September and October and going forward. This is, let's not pretend this is anything else other than a marketing ploy to get people to join our Patreon. That's exactly what it is. But we are promoting Patreon to you guys because you are our audience. This is the biggest marketing tool we can think of to offer it to you. Almost try before you buy, if you like, to some extent. But we've also got a second offer, Gonzo. We have got a second offer, which is for the supporters tier over on Patreon. So the current supporter tier patrons, plus the new ones, you guys at home today, join me today, and we are giving you a free upgrade over on Patreon. So you'll access every single bit of content that we do. So the mild addicts and addicts, you get all them videos in the month of August. And obviously our intention is you think, ooh, I might upgrade. This is quite good. I prefer all these little series they do for the mild addicts and addicts. So will we run through them, Gonzo? We'll tell them what video content they can get. And hopefully
we've got a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff. You know, before we go into detail about all the separate videos, I mean, we almost would like you to consider this a little Netflix of West Ham, if you want. Your little monthly subscription to get your West Ham fix, although there's no Stranger Things and no donuts. I want to make that clear. You don't get.
There's definitely Stranger Things going on there.
It's a very odd things occurring. We'll give you that. What we're trying to do is absolutely pack the schedule just full of West Ham content. It's being made easy for us now. The season's starting. There's so much to discuss. Jill, take you through now a couple of the videos in detail, and then we'll have a little discussion about them, I think.
Yeah, and we've got two new signings as well to Hammer's Chat. You'll know about one of them, and the other one we'll mention at the very end. But anyway, probably our most popular series over on Patreon, Gonzo, is our Player Rating series. So after every single game, myself and Gonzo, usually, if one of us is busy, it'll just be one of us. But usually it's both of us. We'll sit down. It's approximately a 45-minute video. It's an in-depth discussion about each player that started the match, as well as the manager and any substitute that had a substantial amount of minutes. We'll just speak about their performance and give them a rating out of 10 for the game. Simple as that. It does what it says on the tin, but it's probably our most popular series, and we find it's a good way for patrons to tell us their feelings on the players' performance as well.
We do, but we probably go into a little bit more detail, just detail. We're probably a little bit more honest in our appraisal when we're on Patreon because we don't get trolled as much.
We've also got over on there, we've got the breakfast show, Gonzo.
Breakfast show's a great one. I've got to be honest with you, the breakfast show can go off-piste. There's also not a lot of breakfast being eaten, but it's in the morning, which is basically the point. It's a good way to start the day, to start the West Ham match day. We'll sit here, have a light-hearted chat. Might not just be all about the team, because obviously we cover that in the build-up show, but there'll be little bits and pieces, little snippets of news we've heard about the team. Maybe, for instance, if we're playing on a Saturday, very rare that. That's not happened too often. About there's been a match on a Friday. We might discuss the match that's been on the Friday and how that will affect us. Other little bits and pieces of West Ham news, other generic Premier League news, bits of silliness as well. It's a light-hearted morning show on match day.
to sum up how off tangent it goes, we did the Saturday one before the final friendly. We were talking about scan and pay when you go to the supermarket, and we end up rewording it as pay and piss off. That's how off tangent it goes, but it seems to go down quite well. I really enjoy the breakfast show match days, actually.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And one of our new series that we launched during the summer, because we needed content over on Patreon during the summer, we launched a monthly Q&A with a person of interest. We've already had Jed Searson, the former West Ham United scout, who is also a West Ham United fan. We've had Kieran Maguire on crunching all the numbers. We've recently had Tony Carr on. And the best thing about this series is the patrons ask the questions. I don't come up with the questions. Gonzo doesn't come up with the question. We put the post up and say to patrons, what would you like to ask these people? And we get the questions. Now, earlier on today, Gonzo, you did our latest Q&A.
Absolutely, with a certain Mr. Tony Cottee. You may have heard of him. Once again, the questions come from the patrons. Now, don't get me wrong. If I go and speak to Tony or the other Tony, Cottee or Carr, whichever one you want, and I do a 30-minute video, I will take a little 5 minutes of that interview and I will sort of tease it over on the forum channel. But if you want to watch the whole video, and more importantly, if you want to get involved and be one of the people asking one of the two Tonys or anybody else that's not called Tony, one of the questions, then you need to join up to Patreon. I think it's a really, really good series. And we've got, maybe we won't mention it just yet. We've got another really good interview lined up. I'll mention it. We've got another really good interview lined up for August, and that is Tony Bishop.
Yeah, so you want to get involved with the Ian Bishop Q&A, there'll be a post up on Patreon in a couple of weeks getting your questions for that one. Also over there, I do an opposition preview where I take a look at the upcoming game. So this week I will take a look at what I think Man City will do, the tactics I think Man City will use, give you the latest injury news or team news for that team as well, the players I think are in form or out of form. What are you saying? I missed that.
You're very clever. You're very good. You're very good. You get a lot right. He gets a lot right. Honestly, the opposition, he is geeky, a bit of a nerd, but the opposition preview is very, very good. He gets an awful lot right. And you know what? If I was as good as Gio as doing these predictions and stuff like that, I'd be a lot more smug than he was. He seems to be able to do the opposition preview without saying, I told you so.
Yeah, I usually get 9 on the starting 11, right? Roughly. Sometimes it's 11. I think the worst I've done is 6, but that's because it's like those games where the manager just heavily rotates between Christmas and New Year, and I get really stitched up by them, essentially. I'm going to miss Burnley. They were the easiest ones to do because it was the same 11 every week. I didn't even need to look up team news. I knew what it was 4-4-2. There was no tactical tweaks or nothing. I try and have a little display thing going on. So instead of Gonzo, you'll see a little pitch where I move people around and show you.
Rather than a little bitch.
Yes, that's the one. We've also got the Patreon podcast, Gonzo, where it says it on the tin. Charlie hosts it with Ray, but the guest is you, not Gonzo. You. It
is really good. I mean, it's really fun. I think it's the most light-hearted and fun podcast. They've got a lovely little Wheel of Fortune feature on there, which is absolutely magnificent. It really is good. It's good to get to meet other people, to learn about other people's opinions. But again, I would consider it to be almost like a West Ham magazine program. You know, it almost what's the one? What they call it? Soccer Saturday, not Soccer Saturday. What do they do in the morning? Soccer AM. It's a bit like that, really. Yeah, bloody good fun. Funny couple of guys.
But unlike Soccer AM, it hasn't gone downhill dramatically in the last couple of years. Now, the Patreon podcast is every single week. So this week's one is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Young Tom's back to co-host it with Ray, as Charlie's got the week off ahead of the new season. But that's every single week. And as Gonzo said, the Patreon is the guest, and you can get involved. Charlie will have anybody on. Mug of tea with myself and Gonzo. We only do that once a month, Gonzo. But again, the patrons choose the questions. Does go off at a tangent, but I quite enjoy them. I really look forward to doing the mugs of tea.
Well, let's be fair. A lot of this channel was built on the cup of tea, which we used to do it, and just for numerous reasons, because of the fixture schedule, because of the way the channel's grown, just because of basically the huge number of videos that we try and do now. We don't have that much time for cups of tea, so we do like to get together and have a little chat about all things West Ham and get a little bit interactive. In a more relaxed way than we can in the build-up or the review show, certainly. So mug of tea is a great way to do it, and we do have a laugh. And obviously, we as time goes on, because particularly for our top tier level as well. We've got a WhatsApp group. We have got to know a lot of the naughty patrons rather well, so it's a bit of a family. I say a family atmosphere, a naughty family atmosphere.
One of the smaller series that we've had going on over the summer and will continue into August, then come back in January, is Euro Experts 2 minutes insights into any players that we're linked to that we may not be familiar with. He's covered the likes of Gianluca Scamacca, Amadou Onana as well. But we've also got Rising Hammers. We haven't used him over the summer. We've given him a little break. But when the season comes back, he'll be coming back, where he puts together a highlights reel of a notable player in what was under 23s is now under 21s next season. So you'll get a little highlights reel of the players that are maybe the informed players. So expect the likes of Kyle and Marshall to feature very heavily, very quickly next season as well. We also launched a summer series called Not Juicy Enough. Now, this one's difficult to commit to because we can only do it when something's probably got on mine or Gonzo's wick, and it's something we can discuss for 5 minutes. But we can't drag it out over 12 and put it up and earn money about on the channel. So we'll stick it up over Patreon. So it's sort of like a small topic, isn't it, Gonzo? Where one of us will just flick on the camera.
That's my favourite chocolate bar, actually.
What is small topic?
Small topic.
Mine's big topic.
Of course it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of things we're doing at the moment that they're not juicy enough is a really good one. I mean, it was just, I had it, a couple of weeks ago, I just had a little thought in my mind, which was, well, what is going on with the Thomas Souček one? What's going on with the situation? Is he going to stay? I just thought I'll jump on it. There was a point where I'd done too many videos about a certain player. I thought I can't release that over on the main channel, but I had a little bee in my bonnet. I was a little bit angry, so I jumped on Patreon and said, oi, you lot, listen to this. I do actually just want to go back a step, if I may, Gio. We'll just talk about the Rising Hammers, because a really good place to try and keep up to date this season. With basically it was the under 23s, it's going to be the under 21s this season, is going to be Patreon. We are going to be taking more of an active interest, and I don't just mean giving you the generic news. You'll get to see some footage, you'll get some genuine opinions on players, and funny enough, even poor old Tony went to see the under 21s and saw. I say poor old Tony, so he went to do what we called Angelo Ogbonna watch, and he watched Angelo Ogbonna score an own goal. So he gave us a video, and we just popped that up on Patreon yesterday. I should also point out, if you join Patreon, you've got a massive back catalogue of things to go and watch. So it's not just like you join now, and then you can only go and see the Tony Cottee interview and Ian Bishop interview. Actually, you can go back retrospectively and watch the Tony Carr videos and things like that. So there's another incentive for you to join.
Also, again, we can't commit to how many of these, but if myself or Gonzo go to a game, we'll be doing a match day vlog. That'll be for addicts only next season. We're going to give the addicts something that other people don't. So you want to see Gonzo smooching me if we win the Europa Conference League final, then it'll be on the match day vlog over there as well. And big news for Hammers Chat that we put up in the last week or so. Mike is back. You might remember Mike on Monday. Well, it's now Mike on Patreon, essentially. We reached out to Mike and said, hey, would you fancy linking up with us again next season? So fortnightly, Mike will be producing a video over on Patreon and Patreon only. In his unique style, he'll be getting the tactics board out. The dinosaurs will be back, I'm sure. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Mike on Monday was a big series for the forum channel.
It really was. It really was. And he gets very close to the camera. Hi, gang. He does that. So it'd be good to see that again. I'm so looking forward to that.
I hope we get Michelle back. I like Michelle. I'm hoping to see Michelle. And we've got one more signing coming up. We're just sort of dotting the I's and crossing the T's on it, but it will be a weekly video or audio podcast format going forward. And it's more around the data in football. There's somebody who's been producing content on social media. I've been very impressed by the two of them, and we've spoken to them in the last couple of weeks. They're going to be coming on board at Hammers Chat. We just need to finalize everything. It's pretty much a done deal. It's closer than Jesse Lingard ever got. Let's put it like that. It's just at the final negotiations, but we'll put it out there once it's out. But that's all the series. I say that's all. That's lots of video content over on Patreon, but it is the best way to support the channel. We try and produce a video every single day for free on YouTube. That's only possible due to, well, three things: the adverts you guys watch, the sponsorship deals that we have, and Patreon. Without any of those three, we wouldn't be able to do it. As simple as that, really. So this is hopefully a way for you guys at home to try Patreon, hopefully enjoy it enough that you stick around with us beyond August, and support the channel and enjoy the content, Gonzo.
Yeah, I mean, it's massively important to us. It was a big step for us to try and make this our jobs. And as Gio says, you know, we do rely heavily on the sponsors who have been absolutely great. People like ETC have been with us a long time. People like One Football who constantly renew with us as well. The adverts, as Gio said, we know they're a pain in the bum. I get it. There's things that I watch on YouTube. I'm like, oh goodness, an advert, you know, but it literally does help pay our bills. And obviously the patron stuff is massively important to us because it's sort of secure. We know it's coming and it helps us sort of budget for the month. And the more patrons that we bring on, the more we can increase the package. And it's things like doing new series, like bringing new people on board. It's things like that allows us to do it because it's got to be value. If we're asking you for money each month, we want to think that we're providing you with value, with loads and loads of content. In all honesty, hopefully more that you can even watch. But we like to think it's good value. It's massively helpful to us. And Gio's got off for a cry. He was getting quite emotional.
Yes.
Yeah. So look, we massively appreciate it. Look, give it a try. We got the offer on. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back. Hopefully, you'll stick around and we can keep your money and I can buy more donuts.
Also, as well as all the video content, you get the benefits as well. You can save 10% at our online store, which is a forever thing. As long as you're a patron, you save 10%. No minimum spend, no max. Like, you can't use it just twice, and that's it. Use it as many times as you want. For the addicts in the last month, we've given them a free mug. We've given them a free player ratings notebook, and we're hoping to keep on doing stuff like that for the addicts too. We also have our monthly giveaway. Now, I don't have the big prize for August yet, but I can promise you it's fantastic. It's the most expensive one that we've had so far. But to give you a little indication of what we've just given away in July's giveaway, we've just given away a signed Mark Noble shirt. We've just given away a signed Elise shirt. I messed up on that one. I thought I was buying the next big thing here, and he left. But we've just done that as well. Signed Canning Town Line artwork, as well as signed photographs of I've got them here of Declan Rice and Lucas Fabianski, plus Hammer's Chat merch. So it'll be the same again. Every month we'll be doing a giveaway. There's often ticket giveaways as well over on Patreon. So we do our best to make it good value. And I guess what we should do, we should have probably done at the very start, is tell you how to join Gonzo.
Absolutely. Before we do that, we also do a lot of tickets throughout the season as well. We don't promise them, but we do try and help out. We've got a nice little community. We do try and help out massively with tickets, do a lot of ticket giveaways. And people do get this stuff. This is the point. We're always giving away prizes. We do like to try and reinvest some of the money that we get off of all the things that we've described and put it back in there and basically give things out. We like to think that you're going to have a chance of getting that shirt, getting a match ticket and that sort of thing. So in terms of joining, if you'd like to join Patreon, well, there's a couple of ways. You can have a search for us on Google. You can put in Patreon Hammers Chat. And literally on Google, it would pop up and it will say Hammers Chat are creating videos on Patreon. You can click on that. And when you do click on that screen, it will present you with 3 different tiers, basically 3 different levels in which you can join. Hopefully we've described them. By the way, as incrementally you go up in the tiers, you get a bigger discount at the store. So the addicts is 30%, isn't it, Gio? The addicts get 30%, which is the top tier that you can join. Or you can actually, underneath this video, I've got to be honest with you, when I'm watching YouTube videos on my phone, it's not the easiest thing to find. I find it far easier on a laptop. But there's a little arrow underneath the screen. It'll probably be about there. If you click the arrow, it drops down. But basically, it'll say description. And in the description, you can click a link and it will take you to our Patreon page. And that's a really easy way to join. But I would probably just search on Google myself. If you just want to put the URL in, it's patreon.com. That's Patreon, not patron. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat.
And the pinned comments as well. If you know what the pinned comment section is on YouTube, go down there. The very, very top one will be from Hammers Chat, and that'll have the link in there as well. So 4 ways that you can go and join. But thank you very much to everybody that has joined. Thank you very much to everybody that does go and join. But hopefully you've been considering it. This offer entices you to join up. It's not free. It's only free if you want a refund. But hopefully you join up, and it's so good, you don't want a refund. And it's so, so good, you stick around with us in September, October going forward, because your support is massively appreciated. Anyway, Gonzo, shall we leave it there?
Goodbye, gang.